Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to look at 5 alternatives to Koulibaly, because a lot of City, well, not a lot of them, some City fans are saying that it's a bit too expensive or he's a bit too old, and they basically don't want him. I think we're pretty much set on him, to be fair, me and Jordan, but we thought, because there's still a few City fans out there who don't really want him, or actually some City fans think that we need 2 centre-backs, we thought we'd go out, have a look at who we've been linked with, and then sort of tell you some stuff about them, and then you might already know them, or if not, you can go and do your own research, you know, watch some matches, etc, etc. Before we start, if you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the notification bell turned on, and if you like the video, hit that like button for us. Just helps other City fans see the video as well. Alright, okay, so yeah, that's your little fact file about Koulibaly. Like I say, I think me and you, Jordan, both are.
Yeah, we covered this on our previous video, 5 reasons why we should sign Koulibaly, and we pretty much went through Koulibaly's whole thing. If you're not seen that, we'll put it in the card or at the end of this video, one of the two. But yeah, I'm 100% set. We speak about this all the time, how like we're kind of convinced that Koulibaly is the right guy for us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you crack us off then. Who's our first candidate? So these are all players that we've been linked with. They're not just like random players who we like. We have actually been linked with all these players at some point in the last sort of like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, one of the big ones that we thought was the man before we wanted Koulibaly, Milan Skriniar, 25 years old, Inter Milan, rumoured to be around 50 to 65 million, around that kind of mark. He looks really good. He's really good on the ball, strong, and he can play defensive mid as well, which is always a bonus. Like kind of like how Fernandinho, like the reverse of Fernandinho kind of thing. I haven't.
Can I say, would you agree that he's probably, out of the 5 that we've got coming up, is he the one that you'd say is most like Koulibaly? Because he's solid, isn't he? He's solid.
Yeah, he's very solid.
He's good on the ball. I mean, to be fair, he also has quite a bit of skill. Like, he'll try and take players on. It's pretty mad, but he sort of does. For me, I can see why City are linked with both of them quite a lot, because they are, for me, they're quite similar. Yeah,
I think if we weren't to get Koulibaly, I think Skriniar for me is the one that I'd go for. Obviously, other City fans might have different opinions, which is like the reason of this video, isn't it? To make people aware of the other options. But I think this guy's really good. If you haven't seen his video, just search his highlights on YouTube. Obviously, I know that can be a catfish, a massive catfish.
Yeah.
But it is crazy. Like Lewis said about him taking players on, that's insane. It's mad when you see a defender using skills to take on players. It's something that like you see from a winger. I'm not sure what your thoughts are, bro.
Yeah, I like him. I've seen a bit of him play. You know, 1 or 2 games live, and then obviously I've got the highlights as well. But from what I've seen from his live game, he is very strong. I think he probably would suit the Prem, to be fair. So yeah, let us know what you think about him, guys. Have you seen him? What do you think? Would you think he would suit our City team? And do you think he's what we need? And who would you rather have, him or Koulibaly? Let's move on to the next guy. Now, this guy is someone who I've not really heard of that much until about a year ago, when like Arsenal, City were getting linked with him. And it's Upamecano. I think that's how you say his name. Now, he's at Leipzig. Now, he's only young. He's 21, right? And the value is kind of difficult. Where we got the values from was sort of like what was in the newspaper reports, what was in the articles. We're on transfer market as well. This is difficult though, because he's only got a year left on his contract according to transfer market, and he probably does have a release clause. So, you know, whilst his estimated value is somewhere in the region of 50 million, you might be able to get him 35, 30 million at a push. You never know. I really, really like this guy, and I'm going to go through just a few points of why I like him, but then I'm going to tell you the one reason why I don't think that he's the right man at this point. He's absolutely rapid. He's really, really fast. He's strong, likes to tackle. He's good on the ball, decent on the ball, and he carries the ball out really well. I think he's a good player, and I'd be surprised if he's not in the Premier League next season. The one issue for me is his age. And it's the fact that I just think now at this time, we just need someone experienced. We're going to probably lose... we've lost Company already, not replaced him. We're going to probably lose Otamendi, who's experienced as well. I just think that it's probably not the right time to go and get a 21-year-old. As much as I like him, I think he's a fantastic young player coming through. But I don't know about you. I just think it's just not the right time. Not the right time for me. Unless you're bringing him as a second, you're buying two centre-halves and maybe this is your second centre-half. That's fine, but not. I just don't feel comfortable bringing him in as my main centre-half at that age.
Yeah, I'm fully with you on that. I think I'd want, personally, someone who's experienced to be coming into that role. As like you said, if we're going to lose Otamendi end of the season, which it looks like we will do, that's more experience gone. So, you know what I mean? You've got Laporte, Garcia is really young, and you've got Stones, who's 25, still young. We need someone with like a lot of experience, like Champions League experience stuff, and this guy, with him being 21, that is, it's a plus side, and the fact that he can get a lot better. He's not at his peak. He can still smash it and become something like even better than what he is now, and he does look really good. However, for us at this moment, I think it's more of a wrong, right place, wrong time kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he could work in a City side, but maybe in a few years.
I know a lot of City fans on the channel who comment on our videos do watch a lot of German football. Now I've seen him a few times play this year, but I'm sure there's other people who watch this video who've seen him play a lot more. So let me know. Do you think his age is an issue? Do you think that he's shown the maturity needed to play at our club? Because age is just a number. I'm saying it because of the experience, but some people might have watched him and think that the way he plays is mature enough to come into the side. So if you think so, let us know. Let us know what you think. All right, who's number 3?
We've got Ruben Dias, someone who I hadn't really heard of beforehand. I've seen there's loads of rumours about us going in for him. Seen it flying about all the papers and stuff, but I never really looked into him that much. He's only 23, again, quite young. I think all the people on this are quite young. Plays for Benfica. The values of all these players are quite similar as well, around the £60 million mark. This guy's contract expires in 2024, so he's still got quite a bit left. Ball playing defender. I watched a few highlights of him, and he seems okay. Out of the ones that we've already mentioned previously, he's the least out of them 3. However, he does look decent, but whether I want him at City or not, I don't know.
He's got a cracking pass on him. Really good pass.
He's got that Laporte pinger on it.
Yeah, if you go and do some research on all the articles, everyone raves about his passing ability. He can do really good long passes, which he just completely cuts out the midfield, straight into the front line, into the target man. And obviously he's got good accuracy on it as well. The contract expiry, it is a while away. It's probably going to cost plus 55-60 million to get him in. Again, he's young. I'm not sure about this one, guys. I'm just not sure. I think I'm still having bad times with like Mangala from where do we get him from, Porto, and I just think I don't know. I think I'm just tainted a little bit on that. So I don't know. Like I say, it's a Portuguese league, so I've not seen that much of him, but I'm just not convinced about this one. I'm not convinced the money that you're going to pay for him. I think there's better options. I think Upamecano, would be a better option. Skriniar, I think, would be a better option. I'll have to pass on this one, guys. Not for me. Let's move on. Who's next? Soyuncu. Difficult to pronounce.
The pronunciation that no one gets right, innit? Caglar Soyuncu, I think it is.
Yeah. All right. So this is an interesting one, guys, because look, he's a young one again. He's 23. He's contracted for a couple more years. He plays for Leicester. We've all seen him play, I assume. I assume you've all seen this guy play football for Leicester. He's a good player. He's a good defender. He's in the nicest possible way. He's a bit boring, right? Looking at Upamecano, he's really, really fast. He's chasing. He's doing all this. Who else we got in there? We got
Skriniar with his skills.
Skriniar with his skills, with his solidness, with his brute force, and comes a bit of an aggressive type character. This guy, for me, I was a fully against him, a couple of months ago, and I'm starting to ease into it, because the more I see him play, the more I feel that he just does the right things. He just does the basics, and I'm not seeing anything like class. He's not going around trying to take on 5 players. He's not trying to do massive ping balls. He's just defending well and playing the ball out. And he can carry it out, and that's fine as well. And I'm just thinking, maybe this is actually what we need. Maybe we just need someone a little bit boring at the back. Value, very hard to put one on. Rumours are talking about 55, but it's been upwards of 75 and then downwards to 50. So it's going to be in the 50 to 75 region. So it is going to cost a lot. He's got Premier League experience. That does a plus. I don't know what you're thinking.
He's okay, and like I say, he's like the Gareth Barry of centre-backs. He's just like a boring guy, gets the job done. He's not going to try anything too extravagant. And he doesn't really fit into these, like, the categories that I was saying, like, Skriniar, very skillful and stuff. Upamecano, rapid and fast. But Soyuncu's just kind of like in just a standard defender category. But maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's something that's going to shore up our defence, having someone like that who can come in and just do the basics. I mean, Fabian Delph famously said it, innit? Just do the basics.
Do the basics, yeah.
So maybe he can come in and do that. And like you said, you're getting convinced by that kind of side of it. I'm kind of sold on that area. Like, if he was to get him, I think he would come in, and I think he would do a very good job, just because of the fact that he's going to do the basic stuff for our defence, and I think that'll bring ease to the rest of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is one to keep your eye out on, guys. The rumours have sort of died down a little bit. It's more sort of, it's all on Koulibaly really, but there are a few others floating out. We have been linked with him. The rumours have died down, but I still think that he's probably on the shortlist. It's definitely on the shortlist.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Let's move on to our final guy, and it's a bit of a, we have been linked with him, and some people are gonna be like, no chance. Just hear the case and then say no chance. So Nathan Ake. So he's 25. I think he's one of the oldest in there, along with Skriniar. He's the only left-footed player. He's the smallest, but he does have Premier League experience. He can fill in at left-back as well, so he can do a job there when Mendy inevitably gets injured. And I just think, from what I've seen of him, playing against City and watching Bournemouth throughout the years, I just think he's a very competent defender.
Yeah, he is. He's a fighter as well. I mean, he's willing to put his heart on the line in matches, which is love seeing that. Although he's the smallest, he's great in the air as well. Like, he's the smallest out of the defence that we've picked, but from what I can remember, obviously I've seen more of Nathan Ake playing than the rest of them, and every time I've seen him play, he always smashes it at the back, like, especially height-wise.
Yeah.
And he's good at tackling people, which is defender's job.
Yeah, a big plus on this as well, guys, is the value. Now, the value, again, is a really tricky one, this one. You're looking at sort of values from 30 to 55. But Bournemouth are in a relegation scrap. Now, if they got relegated, they're not going to be able to demand the high fees that they would otherwise be able to if they stayed in the Premier League. So you could pick him up for a little bit less. I think Chelsea do have a release clause, like a buyback on him, though. So if you might have to do something dodgy there, where they buy him and then immediately sell him, something along them lines. But it is an option. The only concern, and it's a big concern, is if he comes in and he's our number one centre back with Laporte, does he command the respect of the players and the respect of the fans? Because as a fan, I don't know whether if we go to play Barcelona, am I going to be really confident in Ake? I don't know. And if I'm not, are the other players on the pitch going to be? Is goalkeeper Ederson going to be? And just when that kind of stuff happens, sometimes the fluidity can just leave the game.
Yeah, I feel like, for me, Nathan Ake in the team had been more like a John Stones replacement. If it was to get rid of John Stones and get Nathan Ake in, then I could understand that.
Yeah.
Both a very similar age, and both kind of similar. Them, like, with Nathan Ake, he could then grow into being that defender that where you are confident of them playing in the Barcelona games and stuff. Whereas right now, I don't think that signing Nathan Ake as a main centre-back is the right choice, because like you said, if we can't put full trust in him, then the other players might not be able to. And what we really need right now is someone, a centre-back who's going to come in and that everyone can trust.
Yeah.
And really, like I said before, you need someone who's going to come and show up the defence. It needs to be tight at the back, and that's what we're missing. We don't want no leaks in it.
Yeah, I agree. Right, I'm going to put you on the spot then. We can't get Koulibaly. Who are you signing?
Skriniar, hands down.
Interesting. See, I was on that, but the more and more I see of this Soyuncu, I think I'm going to go Soyuncu. He's got Premier League experience as well, which is a massive plus. And if you can get him at a reasonable price, I think I'd go Soyuncu. So two different opinions there from us then, guys. We've got Skriniar on one hand and Soyuncu on the other. Who would your alternative be? Are they even on the list? Have we missed them completely? Let us know in the comment section below who your alternative to Koulibaly was. If you've liked this video, smash the like button so everyone else can see it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the notification bell turned on. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Take care.